Oops, someone's FaceTiming me. Hold on. What up?
Good afternoon.
Sorry.
I don't understand. We're live streaming.
Not
and no one is.
today. Well, some people have to come in.
Well, we have to give them
sorry.
introduction of what's going on here, not just
Go
answering our
ahead.
phones. So what's going on here today?
What you doing right now?
We're living by the seat of our pants, young man. No one says that we're live and they're trying to wing it.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Baby, I will see you tomorrow, okay?
Are these grandkids?
Love you. Yep.
Wow. These precious young kids are grandkids. How does that make you feel?
Bye.
So
Okay.
what do you do for grandkids? How do you treat grandkids these days? Just give them what they want because their parents don't know
Heck
any better?
no. Absolutely not.
Do you whip grandkids?
If they bad,
Like, what do you do? Punish them? Put them in a corner?
I can't punish them because the punish. So let me let you know how that works. If I punish them here, that means the punishment is gone about time they get home, right? So I can't punish them. So I might as well just whoop their ass and make them feel it at that point, that minute.
And what does it accomplish?
Not to do it anymore. So yeah.
Once you whoop them, that deed, whatever they did, is done forever?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It reminds them never to do it again because they're going to get the wrath.
So your whoopings are effective?
Absolutely.
Wow, I need to learn your technique.
And and I don't even have to do what my grandmother and mom did. I don't have to do switches.
So what is your tool of choice?
My grandkids said that they're just scared of me by the words that come out of my mouth, so they don't mess with me.
For the things that come out of my mouth.
I've always threatened to crack my kid's cranium.
That look, yeah, and actually that look that I give them.
Yeah, you don't have to give them, but just give them a look and they know.
And they be like, I don't, because one of my grandkids told me, and this is the one that's like real thug in the house thug. He's like, I'll mess with everybody, but I won't mess with you. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, man, because that look that you give me, I can't do it.
Is that the look of the 70s when the mom used to give you that look with the broom or the house shoe? I wish you would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Can parents of today get that face and never seen it?
No, parents today are passive.
In what way?
In a way that they let their kid, they don't want to hear their kids cry. So they give them anything they want. So they can cry and get anything they want.
But you have that slave mentality where you should whip the kids. What's the difference?
Why is that a slave mentality, though, just because you discipline your children?
Because that sort of mentality has always been the way to curb any kind of action that people have. You want to beat that out of them or make them suffer for some odd reason. When they're human beings, you can talk to them. Now, if this was an animal that you need to do something that you can't communicate with, or this was something that a robot that didn't want to do what you said, I can see you hitting that. But an individual that think and act and talk like you, what's the purpose?
Here's the facts. The people, you'll recognize all the people that are famous, all the people that tell their stories, they got ass whoopings as a child. Okay?
That is not true.
That is true.
A lot of them did.
Okay, just because some did doesn't mean that makes it a fact that everybody should get their ass whipped.
But it's not just stars, it's just people in general.
Okay, I got another story. I've never whipped my son. He's a straight-A student, got his own business, married, and everything else in life is successful. Why did he beating him didn't make a difference?
He does, because it has like respect too, like respect with the parents, respect with elders and things like that.
That is because you don't have an opportunity to talk to people like people. You expect your beatings, your other things to get in the way of what you really should say to them. That's not fair. I think if we had a kind conversation with our kids about discipline, they can understand. But it's
You
always,
spare
I'm not
the
going to buy you.
rod,
That is
spoil the
that
child.
biblical thing, which is connected to slavery.
That is not true.
That is.
Right. That
Either
is
you
not
read
true. That's
that
why I said
biblical
just
thinking,
because.
that Bible is connected to slavery. Whatever you want to say, it is. And it always has something about men in there, nothing about women, and beat your kids. That's my no.
I
That
believe
is
in ass whoop. I believe in ass whoopers.
That's
so
not true.
1900s.
That's not true. That's not true, Dennis. I think everybody's different, and everybody raised their families different, and discipline their kids differently. And you, fortunately, were able to raise your son, even though you didn't probably whoop him, but I bet you his mother did.
Well, his mother is ignorant.
Well,
Ooh.
no. I'm just saying, she's a parent like
If
you.
she had to whoop him, that's ignorant. She didn't know either.
I don't
Okay,
think
Andre Deshawn Mason is on here. Who is that? Andre?
that's
Who is,
Dre.
He was on here
Huh?
last week.
Yeah, he won last week. He won one of the tickets last week.
Oh, that's Dre Day.
Yeah, Dre Day.
I just want to understand the beatings of kids. But if you like beating your kids, hey, more
It's
power
not
to
about
you.
it's not about beating them. I don't think. I think you just gotta discipline your children, because if you don't, they will be sometimes they'll turn out to be bad kids.
But then they got bad parents.
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean,
So I don't blame the kids for trying to raise themselves from their bad parents. If the parents was a parent,
No one's saying.
apparently,
You're using a specific scenario. I'm talking about just generalizing beating when you discipline your children. I'm not talking about when you got parents who are not parents, and then you want to turn around and whoop your kids for this, that, and the other, and you're not even leading by example. I'm not talking about that. Of course, there's an issue. There's a problem with that.
Dre Day.
Dre Day. That's Dre.
I just feel some kind of way we need to start talking to people in our community without that thing of anger or coming from some other place other than love. And
Well,
that
let's
sort of
ask
thing.
Dre. Dre, did you get ass whoopings as a child? Dre, are you on mute? Dre, did you hear the question? Did you get ass whoopings as a child?
He gotta get his audio on. I guess he hasn't done that yet.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
don't see it in the screen.
Make sure your audio is on.
But I mean, okay, so just because you got one in the past in the 1900s, you should bring that same mentality to the 2000s.
It's not 1900s.
What was it? What was it?
Mine was like mine was 70s and 80s. Stop.
1978, 1979, we're in the 2000s. Okay, so that 1900 mentality is what been going on for a century. Now it's over with. We have another whole century, and we're bringing the same kind of reaction to now. How many times you guys are going to beat your kids?
Okay, let me say this. Ever since they stopped, it was against the law, to whoop your children, and you can call 911 and we'll dock you parents up for whooping your children. And so a lot of parents stopped whooping their kids because they couldn't.
Oh, Dre, you're on mute now. Go ahead, Dre, if you want to come off mute. Go ahead, Ruth. Sorry.
And so a lot of those kids, look at those kids now. A lot of those kids are sitting around here on perk 30s and smoking perk 30s and leaning over.
That has nothing to do with the kids. Our society, listen, our society has got our kids on Ritalin. Our society got our thing on other things that they grew up with. It's because they want other pills now because those pills aren't working anymore. That's not the kids' fault. The parents actually did that to their kids. They're saying, my kid needs this. That was 30 years ago. They put their little boy on Ritalin. What do you expect them to do with other pills? But except continue that same trend. You give them aspirins, you give them everything else. That's crazy. So blame the child for saying, Mom, I need an aspirin. bring the child for, oh, mom, I need this. And they give it to them. When I was little, they didn't give us aspirin pills. Would they give y'all ass whoopers, as y'all say? That's it. You got a headache, you need an ass whooping. You want to eat? Don't eat, get an ass whooping. Okay? That was the antidote was. There was no other pills for that.
I want to know why I have 1.3K followers and none of them are signing in. I'm just saying.
Well, is that social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because social media lies.
You think so?
I know so. If this was the case that you had all this or all that, even the people talking about I got millions of people and only find 30 or 40 follow them, everybody that is your follower is not on the internet at the same time you are.
Dre
That's
says not
obvious.
letting him unmute.
Yeah, it's not letting him unmute because he didn't do it at the beginning. When he first got on, he didn't authorize his microphone at first.
Oh,
Wow,
Dre, so you got to sign off and sign back in then.
Look
Yeah.
at Lucius telling him what to do.
Okay.
Oh, hush up, Dennis.
Fix that shit.
Fix it.
Hey, we got 8 days before POC Pride. What
Yes.
else needs to be done?
Everything. We need volunteers, y'all. So if you guys want to volunteer and be a part of Pride without having to pay the price for it, look at the online forums at mnpocpride.org or MNPOC Pride Festival on Facebook. You can sign up for the forum and let us know what dates, what times you would like to volunteer for each event.
Wow.
So money,
are we
little
begging?
Money, we don't
I
ever
know
beg.
that's right.
Let me tell you
you
something. Let me tell you something.
What you
If
gonna
we
tell
get
me?
if we get two people at each event, we're gonna party like it's 1999.
Oh, so we're going back to the 1900s.
We did our part. We
What's
get the
our part?
information out. Our part is getting the information out, inviting the people. If the people don't want to come, that's their decision. That's their choice. They're going to miss out on the fun. But I'm going to be there to have the fun. I'm going to be there to, how they say it, one person got to be there to tell the story. So I'm going to be there to tell the story.
Oh, you know what? I love that every year when people say, girl, you missed it. You don't know what
Right.
you missed.
Right.
Girl, we
Right.
Where's that? I want to be that one too. Girl,
Right. Because
let me
I
tell you.
guarantee you, I'm a videography this whole weekend next week to let people know what they have been missing or what they miss. So let's make it very clear. We're not begging anyone to come. We want you to come and enjoy yourself. I mean, that's why we're even offering free VIP tickets for you a chance to win.
Is that free?
It's free. Not please, but it's free.
Yeah, not please. It's free.
Right.
Well,
Shout out to Nikki Love.
Well. Hey, you know, we're going to be doing COVID. What do you call that?
COVID. We're going to do vaccinations and testing.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be doing testing, but we were doing vaccinations. We'll be giving out tests so you can test yourself.
I mean, yes, if you have COVID. Test yourself, yes.
Yes, take home tests.
Free home tests.
But also, in the future, we're going to be working on doing something for like our older people, like myself and my friends on here, do some kind of mental health around COVID. So I mean, like, 15 to 20 people, to kind of talk about how has COVID affected you within the last year. I mean, has it stopped your game, your money game? Has it slowed you down on dates? I mean, what has it done to you in the last year?
Yeah. It has done nothing to me. It hasn't stopped anything in my life. I mean, I worked through the whole thing. I had COVID twice.
What you mean you worked through it? So you didn't take off from work from COVID? You had no repercussions from COVID?
No.
Nothing. I ain't gonna lie, I did. Because, last year we supposed to put our festival on. We couldn't put our festival on. Everybody come to my office, come out, I can't help out because I got COVID and use it as an excuse. Everybody wants sympathy when they did get COVID, a compensation. Then people
everybody was taking advantage of that COVID pay.
Right. I mean, come on now. Y'all been stretching this COVID thing for quite some time. So it affected me in a way like, I don't want to hear about COVID anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't think COVID's going away. Now it just turned into, I mean, the disease have died so much that it's just like a form of the flu right now. So if you get it, it's the flu.
So it's the new flu?
It's the new flu.
Okay. So the 1900s we had the flu, the 2000s COVID.
Right.
Jesus. What about the monkeypox and all this other stuff?
We got to get more education on that. And we don't know.
More education on the monkeypox.
Right.
Okay, so what's next?
Yeah, I don't know where that just came out of nowhere. You know, how does something like that so
Hey,
crazy
can I ask a
like
question
that?
then? Is this in the Bible? All these diseases in the last days?
It feels like that.
What do you mean
I
it
mean,
feels like it?
but can I tell you
When
something?
you pose the question about COVID in the last few years and how did it affect you, well, my losing my mother during this whole time had really shook me.
And you know what? That to me, because when you lost your mom, I was around you, and you told me what really fucking struck me. You couldn't even go in there and touch her and talk to her because of COVID.
Right.
That was really, I mean, that was effed up for me because I'm like, that's the most time you want to touch her and feel her and like, how you doing? Yeah. And that COVID, I mean, just thinking of COVID, I can't even touch you, Mom. You can't even feel my hands, and you're about to pass away.
And then on top of, she had dementia, so I know she didn't know what was going on. She didn't know what was happening. She didn't understand people walking around with these masks on and stuff. So a lot of that was a lot to deal with.
Right.
You know, a lot of that they didn't, you know.
So do you think people like needs to talk about that? Like, you know, get some kind of healing or help on around those issues? Because I mean, who do you talk to about, you know, her not having her chance to say goodbye properly, or you didn't get a chance to say goodbye properly? You know, how does that work? And do we need that release on, like, talk to somebody, figure out how is it affecting us not to go through that? Because I mean, I sat in my office for like damn near 4 months and got fat. Now I gotta lose that weight.
Man, it was. I ain't gonna lie, Dennis. It was about a lot. I mean, truthfully, if it wasn't for you and Thomas, I mean, I think that's how we really, you know, formed our bond too during that time period.
But also, you know, I think it made also some other health problems come about, like sitting around, you know, not doing anything, not going out, triggering diabetes a little bit, you know. Maybe just sit around and do that because then you don't exercise, you don't go to the gym, you don't do things you used to do. That all affect you at the same time.
That's true.
Yeah. That's
you know, so I mean,
that's true.
And being an older dog, you gotta think about those things.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But you know, like we were talking about this new monkeypox today. Like, you know, people, it's getting more common now, and it's actually creeping in just like COVID did. So like cities are shutting down now because of monkeypox. But again, I'm gonna start researching. I'm gonna do my part and start researching and looking more up on it. You know, I don't know if I can trust the CDC or whoever, but I'm gonna do my due diligence and you know, ask the questions. Like when I see someone that actually posts monkeypox, I'm gonna inbox them and like, how do you think you got monkeypox?
Like, how could you not trust the CDC or MDH or one of these health places around those things? Because even Google get messaging from them. You know, because if you ask Google, they're going to say what they think the CDC says, because those algorithms are based on CDC, MDH, since they've been around for so long. They're creating those kind of algorithms around what's going on and what we hear.
Well, here's the thing about monkeypox. They have a vaccination now, so they knew this was coming, right?
Well, I mean, they always know about diseases before they get here. There's always been a pandemic someplace else before it came here. We just experienced it on this particular side of the world, but someplace in Africa, they had, I mean, Ebola, all the rest of these things have come up. So certain kind of diseases, they expect to come around some kind of way.
But they didn't, it took them a while to come up with the COVID vaccination. It took them almost a year. It actually took them almost a year to come up with that. Like they said, they had the vaccination for monkeypox right away. So monkeypox had to be somewhere else for them to have that right away, the vaccination. Because they already have that vaccination. Now, here's the real question. How many of you guys are going to get vaccinated for monkeypox?
Is there a vaccination for monkeypox?
Yes.
And why would you take it?
I'm not saying I would take it. I'm saying how many, like it took them a year to come up with a vaccination for COVID. Now there's monkeypox and they said they have the vaccination for that already. So which means that it was somewhere else before it came here because they would have had the vaccination.
It took me a while to take the COVID vaccination, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
But I
probably
mean,
won't do the monkeypox.
so if they incentivize you, now it's gonna be double $100. Would you take it then?
700? No, 700 ain't enough.
So how much is enough to take the job, to be a test dummy?
Nothing.
Oh, come on now. What if they force you, say it's mandated unless you can't get a job, you can't do this, you can't get your food, you can't get nothing else,
I'm gonna fill out those fake I'm gonna fill out those fake exemptions like everybody else. It's a 2-liner and get approved. Because they still need people to work.
Oh. Well, they can make it mandatory, like they do the shots for babies and kids, to go to school.
They do. I mean, they make it mandatory for still all the hospitals. Like my daughter just got a job at the hospital. It's mandatory. Only thing you have to come up with is a 2-liner or 4-pager or whatever you want to come up with to be exempt.
I have never heard of that, but I mean, I guess that could work if you live in that condition. But I mean, there's a million people, they're gonna have to test it on somebody.
Yeah. Well, they won't be testing it on me.
But you're special?
Not special. I'm not saying like I think that if I see someone with open sores, I'm just not gonna touch that person. I don't think, I think I'm not going to walk around wearing, PPE either. I'm just going to be like, if I see open sores on anybody, I'm not going to touch them because they have open sores.
That's sort of not true because it depends on where it's at. If it's covered up, how would you know?
What if it's on their hand? What if it's like on?
No, that's different because, we always see faces and hands, but people cover up their bodies even with big coats and scarves. I mean, if they really wanted to, they wouldn't have to show none of their body and they can still have it and you can still touch them.
That's why I said we need education on it because people think, you get it from a lot of different things right now. They said it had to be a sexual thing, but I don't know if it's who knows? Nobody knows.
Somebody has to know. How do we know that's called monkeypox?
Right. Where did they come up with that name? What did that name derive from? Where
like you said,
what is Trump? What is Donald Trump saying about this?
Hey, like we were talking about today when we were with WPCO News or whatever, we have to educate ourselves. Right now, all we're doing is speculating and what if and we can do that all day long. But we have to educate ourselves and find out what it really is. And like you said, do our due diligence and educate ourselves.
Well, what do we educate ourselves? What do we educate ourselves to? Because the continuation of spreading rumors, lies, Facebook, we can't control that media. So what's the real paradigm as we move forward to protect ourselves, our families, and our kids on the message that we should be putting out? We're asking questions to make sure that we're doing the right thing. We don't want people with open sores to come around. We don't want people to need treatment to go to the hospital. We want all those things to happen at once. So how do we, as conscious people, everyday people, make sure that we're being safe?
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess everybody just got to be cautious.
So does that mean we go back to wearing masks, or does that mean we go everybody get vaccinated? Does that mean we're gonna help each other out by doing things the right way? Next week in 8 days we're having a festival for people of color in Minnesota, and they're going to be men and six men there. So do we not touch them?
No, I think it's no. I wouldn't agree with that.
Right. So I mean, all that being said, why do people think there's an issue that we should be talking about in today's news and it's all over everyone asking for interviews and things of that nature? What makes this the next great thing out there that people want to talk about it or make it so prevalent?
here's the thing too. So like most of our events are going to be in a club, right? These clubs have been going on since they've been open, fully packed. These gay clubs have been fully packed since they've been allowed to open. So why aren't they going to these clubs asking them those questions? Why are they pointing out our
But
specific
what would
organization?
make the club more of a person that has the answers other than CDC or MDH? I mean, you have a random section of people come to your club that's been going there for years, or people who are new there. How do they have the answers on monkeypox when they're not studying it? They just have people come to their club.
No, I'm saying they should come to them and ask them, do they have any concerns with the crowds that are gathering in their clubs?
Well, I have concerns about going to the grocery store because I see more people at the grocery store than I see at the club. You know, and they picking up
Right.
my food I'm gonna put in my mouth.
Right.
You know, sneezing kids. You know, I see kids touching the fruit. They supposed to be touching it. And I see all kind of stuff going on in the store. Some breads in the container with fingernails at the bottom of it. I mean, all kind of crazy stuff I see at the store. So if you go to the club opposed to going to the grocery store, I don't understand the difference on it. I mean, even at the little corner store, I see everybody bringing their 9 kids to the corner store. They're all trying to fit in there and they get something, and they can't. Everybody got to stand outside or figure out going back and forth. They touching the door and everything else. They ain't sanitize these right away. Uh-oh. We lost some people.
No, you didn't lose me. I'm on mute for a minute.
Just for a minute. 60 seconds. I don't know what happened to Lucius either. He gone too. I can't wait to be king. What time is it?
I'm back.
6:35.
Oh, Lucius, he must have ran into. Oh, there he go. He's on mute. Oh, there you go. Lucius, you must have went to a zone through a zone. Look, nobody wants free VIP, which is fine. Which is fine. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through the events one more time this weekend for the next week. Like I said, we know for a fact there's gonna be at least 20 or 30 of us, and to me, that's a party. Okay, so let's go over the events. Thursday.
We're going to be at the saloon. Now, I know people are talking about Mr. and Mrs. and the, what do you call it now? Miss,
Miss
Mr.
and MX.
What is MX?
That's the plus.
What's the plus?
The plus is non-binary.
Non-binary, yeah.
So what do you know about that, Dre? What is non-binary?
I'm actually still learning.
Whoa, good answer.
It's
So
different.
what do you think about the non-binary? Do you think that that's something new? Is something something blue? Should we get married?
I don't think it's new. I think it just wasn't brought to anybody's attention until
Like in what way? Because I'm thinking I've been around for quite some time. You know, I use all the LGBTQ, QRS, whatever it is. So I'm trying to figure out like if we how do all of a sudden pronouns become an issue in today's world? When I did pronouns when I was in kindergarten, it was he, she, or they, or Dick and Jane, and Bobby, and the little dog Spot. Right?
Yeah.
Didn't
Right. That's true.
Okay, and I mean that was my whole thing with pronouns, So now all of a sudden, it's this whole new world. As if I didn't know pronouns 50 years ago, then all of a sudden new again. But that being said,
that's why I always apologize and let people know from the beginning. Look, I don't mean if I call you her or she or him and this is what comes out of my mouth. I apologize if it offends you, but that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just.
But don't we call each other, hey girl, sometimes we sit and talking to each other, we sit here have a drink.
But I'm just talking about people who are, in that new era who have identified themselves with, whatever, they, them, whatever. I'm not used to calling anyone they or them,
You feel kind of derogatory when you say that?
I'm not a Muslim.
What does that mean? Well, we're not gonna get
Well,
into
yeah, what does that
religion.
mean?
That
That's
means 'cause
another
they
story.
use that's how they address a lot of people sometimes.
Do they?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, on Thursday night, we're gonna have a pageant. You know, we usually call it Mr. and Mrs., but I mean, it could be they, them, he, she, there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not familiar either. I'm learning too, Dre. So I mean, forgive me, but I mean, we're gonna have a pageant. You can go to her, and anybody can like join for the categories they have that night at the saloon. It'll be at the saloon. So about 3 o'clock, they're gonna start taking in like people who want to be in there, competition, blah 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 blah. The show start around 8 o'clock that night at the saloon. So VIP passes are best to get early so that you can get in the saloon that weekend for everything. I think the VIP deal is the best thing of all. So get your VIP tickets for the saloon Thursday night.
And guys, we just added also on Saturday, we were doing a brunch, but we're actually doing a breakfast and a lunch. I guess the breakfast and the lunch is brunch. But if you come to the hotel, the Hilton Minneapolis at 11 to 1, you're going to be served breakfast. If you come from 1 to 3, you're going to be served lunch.
And we will have some kind of entertainment that particular day. Wilderness War will be shown between 1 and 3. It's a family struggle over 30 years or 3 generations of HIV in their family and how it affects them, some shape, form, or fashion. So definitely the artist and the of the film will be there to talk about this. We have a panel kind of discussing, how we feel about that. And lunch will be served at that time also. Also on Saturday morning, we'll be giving HIV tests, and we also will be giving COVID vaccinations for an incentive. So definitely come and see that.
Yes.
What was that, Saturday?
Oh, that's Saturday. We skipped over Friday. I'm sorry.
Yes, we skipped over Friday.
The most important.
Dre, what's
day
going
to
on
me.
Friday? What's going on Friday, Dre? Yeah, I got you.
Come on, Dre. What's going on Friday? That's the one you want to go to. That event.
The Vogue nights.
Yes, the boat.
Yes.
We're gonna be on the boat on Friday night.
4 DJs, strippers, food, cash bar.
And if you can come talk to me, I got some free tickets for liquor. I'm thinking maybe.
Yes. I'm gonna get some of those tickets, so I got some too.
Oh, you gonna get some of my tickets?
Yes.
I'm gonna need some for my tickets.
I want the ladies to come talk to me. The boys can go talk to him.
Oh,
ladies,
that's how we gonna do this.
Ladies, if you know me,
hey, ladies, bring your men.
Oh, I also signed up to help for Vogue nights that night.
Vogue night.
Nice. Oh, you did our form that's online for volunteer. That is awesome.
Yes, I want to see the kids do the duck walk. That's what I'm coming for. Bring it.
I am like I'm looking so like out of all the events, honestly, I'm looking more forward to the Vogue night than any night.
Well, I have all the houses of Minneapolis gonna
Yes,
do
you
the
do.
Vogue night. And
Because
I'm
you signed the
so
front,
happy.
you signed the front of the check, not the back.
Whatever that means. But I am so stoked on working in the future with the houses and the ball scene. That was one of my absolute dreams of doing, to figure out how we get the ball scene in Minnesota. So definitely looking forward to Vogue night at Lush on
You should turn your music off.
Lucian and Devar, what do you call that? Mute?
Mute? He did.
Right. We try to tell him about his stuff and he don't even listen.
Right.
But definitely Vogue night is going to be one of our, I think that's going to be a signature night. I'm just waiting on that. That's, but I don't know, because, Thursday night.
Guys, we're not stopping there. Once this Vogue night happens, we're going to continue every month. We're going to have ballrooms every month.
I'm trying to figure out, because I had somebody come to me and talk about doing a Vogue school to teach these queens how to Vogue. So,
they do it
huh?
They do it in Chicago and everywhere else.
Yes.
Right. So we're going to rent a space. I'm going to have people come out and we're going to film it so you can practice your Vogue and see who actually can bring it.
Or your ballroom. Like, all the categories they have, we're going to have a rental space for all the categories so we can teach and educate and you know, because I want to be educated about it. So we could teach and educate. That'd be awesome. So if anybody's
Right.
out there looking for a house, looking for a mother of a house, looking to be like just welcomed in, like get with us because we're about to be a big part of that.
Tens across the board.
Yes.
Yes, we need tens across the board on that one.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so that's Saturday. So Saturday, we're trying to get something going for the kids for Saturday. That's still in the works. I know it's 8 days to Pride, but and just tell us what you guys thought. So you can leave it in the comments. We're thinking about maybe having a pool party for the kids at the Hilton, Minneapolis, since we're all going to be there that day. Maybe have a pool party, order pizza, have people bring their kids up there. You know, we're all going to sit around and you know, have a pool
And
party
you
for the
did
kids.
say, and we did say we did believe in whipping ass, right, for kids?
Yes.
If they act up.
Get your ass out that deep end. You know you
Right.
can't swim.
If you run in the pool, there's also a belt we're gonna have on staff just to make sure that there are no ass whippers are coming if you get on the line, right?
Right.
All right.
That part.
If you leave your kids too long, we will be calling you.
And we also are working on for Sunday, because we're going to talk about Sunday next, but we're working on Sunday because we want to try to do more stuff for like the kids. It's not all about like, you know, gay folks partying, you know, the weekend. We want to keep it family oriented as well. So we're thinking about renting a game truck. I don't know if you guys seen those, but those game trucks are nice where they just go in and play video games. They have all these screens in there. They have all these different video games in there. They have contests. So we're thinking about doing that in the park on Sunday as well.
But also we can have a lounge in the park. So if anybody want to come there and just sit and rest, hang out, I'm trying to get a video so we can like ask questions on what you want for next year. What can we do? How could you be on our podcast? How could you be on our Zoomcast? How can you be on our board? How can you just generally help out? How can you make sure you know what's going on before it happened? All that. All the things we're going to be doing for COVID-19 throughout the year. If you need something, say something, you know, all the above. So Sunday, I want you to bring your puppies, your cats, your dog.
I'm bringing my puppies.
Hey,
oh, what is that?
That's Lavender with Dre and Kevin on the float.
Okay. Awesome.
That happened in June because I mean we did a float in a parade in June.
Yes.
And Kevin and Dre got chosen for one of the pitchers to do Lavender to represent POC people.
That's what's up. That's good.
Right. So we don't get that much in Lavender. So kudos. Okay. Next time we want a bigger picture, but we'll take that.
All right, let's talk about the park. We talked about the kids. We're also going to be giving away back to school backpacks for the kids, okay, on that Sunday. So first come, first serve. We're going to have people sign up for it. We're going to have a QR code you can scan in because it's going to be limit one per household. Like, unless you can prove you have more kids in that household, we'll definitely accommodate. But it's going to be on the first come until they run out. Okay, we're going to have good stuff in that backpack.
And that same belt for the kids work for adults too.
Absolutely. Don't come in there and try to get something for your cousin, your mother, your sister, your sister-in-law that couldn't make it. If they're not at the park, they're not getting no backpack for their kids. I want to see every kid that come out with a backpack on their shoulder. So if the kids
and
are
make
not,
sure
yes, kids have to be present to win.
Yes, they want them to make sure they go to school in style this year. So we've asked some friends of ours, like Target and other companies, to do backpacks this year for our kids. So, you know, if you truly need a backpack, you can't afford one.
And it's going to be filled with things that the kids need. We looked over the list. We know that they need like glue sticks, scissors, Kleenex, you know.
And we did a better job than Santa Claus because we checked out this 3 times instead of twice.
Yes. Yes. Trapper keepers. I asked for trapper keepers because we're not going with no just plain old notebooks. Trapper keepers is what I used growing up, and I used to love them because they did everything. So trapper keepers. So we're looking for great backpacks with trapper keepers. So again, bring your kids out to the park. If you want to bring your own barbecue grill, I know they have barbecue grills out there. You can bring your own little barbecue grills. You know, I'll come around and I'll do some taste tests, you know, but I'm telling you, it's going to be nice. We're going to have a main stage there. We're going to have performances. We're going to have music. We're going to have different tents. We're going to sell t-shirts. What else we're
There'll
going to do
also
at the
be
park?
food trucks out there.
Food trucks.
So I mean, I'm thinking like, you know, bring it.
And we're also going to be doing vaccinations there, the Pfizer.
And then
Pfizer
also
vaccination
it's
and
gonna
booster.
also an incentive for that also. So I mean, I'm trying to figure out like, hey, all this going on and it's gonna be free on Sunday. You know, so I mean, hey, if you find a time on Sunday after church, come on down.
I think what would be a great thing to do, Dennis, because we're going to be at Powderhorn Park on Sunday, that we should do what we used to do back in the day and just get some door hangers and maybe like go around that area and just hang some door hangers, tell them what we're doing, especially with the kids. Bring the kids out there, let them enjoy.
You know, I was even thinking maybe we should find a pastor. He can do something in the morning time, you know, to give thanks for that
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. The local. Yeah. The local. It's whoever's local over there for that Sunday morning. Absolutely.
Right. We just some pastor that can actually say, you know, say a prayer for that weekend, you know, maybe do a 30-minute service and we can go about our day.
And maybe they can give tithes and they can give us half of the tithes that day.
Amen. You know, God is good all the time.
Always. All the time.
Yes, you know, that
We
sounds
want to
good.
drive Cadillacs and convertibles too.
Is that what they do?
Absolutely.
But they have a flock to be, they depends on them. So definitely they need that.
Really?
Yes. I need my own jet airplane also. I need to visit
Yes.
the kids in other countries to make sure they are all right.
I'm down with that.
Right. So there's no hating.
None. Zero.
Right. God said, let there be light, and there was.
Absolutely.
So we should keep that in mind that, you know, as we move forward, thanking the Heavenly Father for all He done for us and waking us up every morning, you know, having a nice church service where we take collected donations and actually pay the preacher.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, yeah, let's talk about the WCCO interview today. We missed the 5 o'clock hour. So Dennis, did you check your text
Now,
message or email for the link?
I've not checked my email for the link. I've been, you know, busy all day, but we did talk to a radio station about monkeypox and how would it affect our festival this weekend. You know, and
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't a
know.
radio station, it was a news station.
Well, WCCO, news radio station, they got both. Forgive me for, you know, I don't know which platform, but definitely around 5 o'clock today, they were supposed to be on the news around MDH thought about what happens with monkeypox in Minnesota or across our country. So I'm not quite sure how, you know, how monkeypox are affecting your family or your space, but you know, we are conscious that it is going out there. I'm looking for more facts on how we can be more in control of our environment and more factual about the things that are being said about monkeypox and how we move forward with that. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm just hoping that everybody be aware and stay educated
Safe.
on well, definitely want to be safe, you know, because that's, you know, how many, I mean, I want to live a little longer too to see what happens next, you know, because I want to see if I can go to the moon one day,
Right.
you know, and I want to
You
have
know,
my own
it's
spaceship.
an app. It's an app for that.
What, to go to the moon?
Yeah.
How?
You could just sit in a virtual spaceship and
No. You know, I want to get in a spaceship, put my little thing on, and shoot me like with a rubber band up into the heavens, and I go between that, you know, where that weightless is at, you know.
right.
And then I
Star
mean,
wants
I
to
gotta.
get noticed.
Oh, wow! Hey, puppy,
Hi, Star.
work that out. Getting on camera.
Right.
This is a big social media moment for you.
Right.
Listen to the
Star.
camera. Right. You already got the right name, Star.
Star. She crying in the background, want me to pick her up. Crazy.
Do you speak
But
puppy?
yes, she knows a lot of stuff. I do speak puppy.
So when she make reference to you like that, like pick me up and whining, how do you know exactly that's what she's saying?
Because she looks at me, she sits by my feet and she whines, so she wants to be picked up. If she goes by the door, she wants to go outside. If she goes by my bedroom door, she wants me to come get in bed.
Wow. And you and her have talked about these things in the past.
Yes.
And she made you understand that's what she wants. Now what happens
I
when she
made her
does that?
understand.
Okay,
Now
so
see, look, she's by the door now. Now she wants to go outside again. Crazy.
right. So does she play with you sometimes and says, I want to go outside, but I really don't?
Yes. Like, oh, she pisses me off. So sometime when she's outside, she'll come back to the door. And when I come to the door, she runs back down the stairs.
And is that a game she plays?
Yes. And I leave
Where's-
that ass out there.
What does she call that?
I don't know. I leave that ass out there for at least 10 minutes. Don't play with me.
So you punching her, getting up 10 minutes later to make her come in.
Absolutely.
So it look like she's getting you.
How? I'm
Because she
sitting
made you
mine
get
down
up.
watching her.
She made you get up twice. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes to go get her, but I'm going to get her.
I see what you're saying.
Right, because she ain't got no thumbs. She can't open the door.
Right.
So she got you, and you think you got her.
That's how dogs are.
Perfect. I just want to understand that because I don't have a puppy, but I hear these things that people can talk about how their dog says this and says that. I'm like, y'all
You know
making
what?
that up.
This year, we need to get you a puppy.
And what are we gonna do with that?
You're going to take care of it.
Does it come with a manual?
You already have a kennel, so you don't need a manual.
The kennel was bought for somebody else's puppy, and I think that kennel should go back to that puppy.
No, we need to get you a puppy.
So if I can get a person that will take care of the puppy with that, then I'll consider it.
Nah, you could take care of it. You love dogs.
It's not that I don't love animals, because I mean, I love to eat them. You know, a nice steak tartare, you know, something like that.
You do not eat tartare. Stop it.
I'm just saying, if you want some, you know, me liking animals like that, I'm just saying.
You know what tartare is?
Yes, it is very fine, cut up raw meat with a bunch of vegetables, lime, and juice. It's really delicious. Yes, I know exactly what that is.
So you ate it before?
Yes, I've had it before.
And you
And
like
the
it?
spices, well, you know, they had it on a roll. It was a little bitty thing with steak tartare on it. Actually, it was kind of tasty because it had cilantro, like all kind of like, you know, little cut up little vegetables. And then it had like the juice of the lime and something else that made it like, you could taste it was like sizzling in those juices.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? So it was pretty decent. You know, sort of remind me of like a, what do you call that when you get a shrimp cocktail?
Oh, yeah. Like, well, actually, like, what is that? That dish that Hispanics eat. I know what you're talking about, but it's all raw fish. Ceviche, yeah, ceviche.
Whatever that is.
Ceviche, whatever.
Right, it has that sort of taste to it.
That's good. Ceviche, yeah.
Definitely, I was in shock and awe because I don't have that much.
Yes, Tracy hooked me onto that. That's good. Ceviche, yes.
Ceviche.
Ceviche,
Yeah, because
ceviche.
I went to Vegas for like 3 months and stayed there with my mom. And these buffets would give you everything that you ever wanted. You can try anything under the sun. So they had this one buffet that was open 24 hours a day. You get a wristband. You can go to anytime you want to for $35.
Really? Where's that at? Is that Rio?
Listen, I don't know where it was at. Don't give me the line to you. But at that time, like 7 years ago, they had you go there because I went downtown, like on Fremont Street, it's off of Fremont Street, $35.99. You get a wristband. You get to go in there for 24-hour period. So I went in the morning time for breakfast. I came back around for lunch, and I came back around for dinner.
Nice.
They had like ceviche. They had all kind of like.
That's worth it, though.
I thought so too. I said a lot of people that were of the homeless persuasion go in also. You know, who got money on the street or found money in the machines at the casino, if they would get that same wristband and go in there and like someone had Tupperware and all kind of stuff. But that's another story for another day.
We all need to plan a trip for the people that like experience Black Pride or people of color pride this year. We need to actively plan a trip to Vegas for us.
We should also plan another trip to go to a DC together, take a real good trip to go to DC or go to Atlanta's Pride as a group of Minnesotans. I think
absolutely.
In the next year or two, they're gonna have a Black Pride festival in DC where a Black Pride Council gonna come together and talk about how we can all work together as Black Prides across the country. We should all think
Labor
about
Day
doing
weekend is Atlanta Black Pride. I used to go every year with my little ex girl, Karima. Shout out to you, baby.
Atlanta gets freaky.
Yes, Karima, shout out to you because we used to go there every year.
You going there
Pride.
This year?
I was supposed to be going on the 31st.
Ooh.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I'm gonna have to buy me a chastity belt if I'm gonna go down there to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, Atlanta ain't nothing. It's right. Good. I'm telling you,
because they make you get a booty away. They'll take it.
Yes. Atlanta is. I'm telling you, Atlanta is sweet. We need to plan that for next year. I can't do it this year because I have another trip planned. But man, next year for Atlanta, I'm all down with it.
I just like Bulldogs.
What's that?
Bulldogs?
It's a club.
I don't think I've ever been to there.
No.
No strippers.
Look, I watched one year. We went down there. This lady had put a bottle of champagne in her poom poom. She sucked up that bottle of champagne in that poom poom and she squirted it out all on the crowd. I was like, that's hot.
What about diseases?
She didn't care. I didn't care.
She's squirting on everybody with that stuff. Disgusting.
Yes.
You need to put some alcohol on that or some kind of disinfectant.
I was like, yes, okay.
So you took a shower afterwards, I'm assuming.
She was absolutely, but she was hot.
Wow. Obviously, because to get that bottle to go off like that, something had to be hot.
Yes. She squirted all over the crowd. Lucy, why your house dark? Your lights off? You need help?
My lights is off. I just got home, walked in the door.
Oh, I thought you needed to GoFundMe or something.
Nah.
A GoFundMe.
No.
Well, it's 7:00. It's time to end this. Like I said, if anyone look at the recast, you can let us know. Any thoughts, any suggestions? We're gonna have another one on Friday. So since we didn't give away any VIP tickets today, that means that we're gonna give away.
Friday will be 4 tickets.
I don't know. Because we're getting closer to the prize, so I'm gonna need some more money. So I'm gonna need y'all to buy some tickets too.
Right.
That's true. So let's keep it, since nobody showed up for this one, we're just gonna keep it to free VIP 2 on Friday. No one showed up for this one. You guys got the information. Like I said, we're doing this for people that we're actually doing this for people that cannot afford Pride, that, short on money, that want to come but can't afford it. There's no shame in the game. No one has to know, that you can't afford it. Come on live.
Can you keep a secret?
Keep a secret. So if you want to come, that VIP ticket gets you into everything. The breakfast, the lunch, the boat ride, all the clubs, everything.
And it is commemorative because you can keep it forever and ever and ever.
Yep. And then the VIP pass is something that you can keep forever. You're going to get a lanyard along with a collectible VIP passes, because we just started that this year and we're going to move forward every year, and you can collect those passes. And who knows, maybe in 5 years from now, we'll do a contest. If you have all your VIP passes for the last 5 years, that, maybe you have VIP every year.
Wow. You're thinking ahead, huh?
Absolutely.
Wow. I like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Moving on up.
Absolutely.
And then there'll be a Patron bottle and a Hennessy bottle in everybody's room and everybody's gift bag. Oh.
Yes. VIP? Yes. Patron and Hennessy and everybody's give
Okay.
back. If you don't drink dark, you drink light. If you want to give
Right.
away, that's fine. But we got
Right.
nice gift bags for the VIP, only if you stay at the hotel, though. So that means you have to get a room at the hotel. The hotel is only $109 a night, $169. What is it? $129. I'm sorry. It's $129 a night.
Well,
Even if
don't
you
tell
stay
the real
one
price
night.
plus tax and all that kind of stuff, and
Yes.
Minnesota fees, and this, that, and the fees, and some mama fees, and this and the other. No.
But still, if you stay one night, that's fine. You can stay one night, and you still gonna. If you stay one night and have a VIP pass, you're still gonna get that nice VIP pass package.
Work that out.
Work it. All right. Well,
So I'm so glad we had this. No, I'm just saying.
save me some food, Dennis. We barbecued today. Dennis is the grill master. He fixed everything. So I'm coming for that food tomorrow because we didn't get those baked potatoes.
God is so good.
Oh,
He gave us this meat. He gave us this bread. Amen. We gonna eat.
I'm
I'll be down.
doing
Hey,
a load
Dennis,
of.
I'll be down later for some of them beans.
I'm locking
and-
my door, Lucius. I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing from you. I'm
not
locking my
cooking
door.
nothing.
I'm like,
I'm
I
not
don't even
cooking
hear you.
nothing.
I don't even hear you.
Dennis' office hours are from 9 to 4. He's
No,
closed.
I'm taking off. Ain't no more office hours. The office is closed to further notice.
Those office hours do not include me, honey. I
Oh,
come
honey, yes, they do.
better.
Okay.
Hey, Latanya, you
Yes.
better ask him.
So I just want a baked potato so I can load it up tomorrow and have lunch while I'm there. That's all.
Ooh,
All right, just a
I'll
baked
be getting
potato.
my baked potato tonight.
I better
I'm
get
gonna
mine
put some
tonight too.
steaks. I'm gonna put some steak, sausage, whatever on that baked potato, some cheese, all that stuff
Oh
tomorrow.
my goodness.
I'm
Because we'll start the day tomorrow with a song or two.
yes, absolutely.
Till then, I hope your day is. Y'all don't know it?
True.
No, that's from the man.
I don't know
Until
that.
then, I hope your day is snappy tomorrow. Oh, y'all are old school and don't even know it.
Absolutely.
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, Mr. Rogers, yes.
Y'all remember
Or
this?
Romper Room. I see Lucius. I see Dre. I see Dennis. Who
No,
else
you
do I
supposed to
see in
use
the
a little
Romper
thing
Room?
that says, cheers for
Yes.
fries. What is it? And then the things go in a circle.
Forgot. I used to love Romper Room.
You're dating yourself, okay?
Yes, I am.
Romper Room. Okay.
Well,
So we
thanks
gotta
for
go back.
joining us, Dre and Lucius. Join us Friday. We might be the only 4, but guess what? Tell your friends, because if they can't afford to come to Pride, the only thing they need to do is hop on. So, Dre, if you need somebody, if you want have somebody that you want to go with you, tell them to come on Friday.
And our Vogue night, I'm looking forward to the houses doing a damn thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that.
But also, these older dolls who are doing a drag show better bring it. I'm just saying. I need some ass wiggling.
Absolutely.
I need some perfection. Oh, okay.
Right.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Good night.
Until Friday. See you guys.
We'll meet again.